The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to a new Bitcoin video, and today is Sunday, so we're gonna have a weekly close. We're gonna also look at that, but there is a lot of lines on the screen. We're gonna clean this up and I'm gonna show you why I think we are right now bullish. You can see this move towards the upside above this very special line up here, so I'm gonna explain to you a little bit about what's happening there. So we're gonna start with a clean sheet up here, clean up everything, and I'm gonna try drawing the lines and explain to you, line by line of what has been happening over here and why we are actually a little bit bullish up here. Not 100% yet, not 100% yet, but we are getting there. We are definitely getting there. You can see even this line up here, it is getting broken towards the upside. So we can start with this line up here. This is 1 hourly time frame, so it is short-term technical analysis, unfortunately, but we also look at some long-term technical analysis. But right now short-term is telling us this is a bullish move. This is a bullish move. So let me also pop some let me do it like this up here. Let me clean this up. Let me just remove these up here and pop the volume up here. So you're gonna see here that we have had a volume going down while we have been going towards the upside. I remember yesterday's live stream, somebody says this is a bull flag. Just want to make a quick note of that. When the price goes impulsively towards the upside and then it starts doing this is not a bull flag, especially when it starts going towards the upside. This is actually a bearish flag, I would say, because most often than not it breaks on the downside. Now a bull flag would be something like this when it goes towards the downside. Now that's a bull flag. Unfortunately this is not a bull flag. It's just a different kind of a pattern. But this move towards the upside, when it starts flagging without the volume, it losing interesting and breaks on downside. Now this break on downside is already done, so because it's 1 hourly time frame, so you cannot expect to go down here just because it breaks certain lines on the 1 hourly time frame. But we did go towards downside. Now this is very nice, is that we are recovering right back above the line up here, and I like that very much. So I think that's a very bullish move towards the upside. Now this is the big bullish momentum that's happening right now is that we are above this line up here. I'm gonna show you up here a line, and this is the line that I've been looking at, and this line is very nice. So it looks like it's some kind of triangle up here, but triangle should be more like something like this up here. Maybe this this bottom line is a trend line, but the triangle should be something like this, give or take. I think this is a more legit triangle on the downside, triangle, but it really doesn't matter. We just want to know where the support on the trend is, and that's the trend support. Right now we are back above the trend, but you can see here above that on the 1 hourly time frame we have been hitting this very nicely several times, this resistance. Although we had a big breakout out here, we are right now above that line, above the resistance line, and that's why I'm saying this looks very bullish. Because if you zoom in a little bit more over here, you'll see that 3 hours ago this candle up here managed to get from the bottom towards above this resistance line, and right now even down here it went down back to the support, bounced above the resistance, closed up there, and continued towards the upside. So this looks like a very bullish move towards the upside, and I like that very much. We'll also pop some moving averages up here on the screen and see that we are on the 1 hourly time frame. Right now we went down to a bottom support at 100 moving average, and right now bounced back above all the moving averages on the chart. 4 hourly time frame, you can see down here on the 4 hourly time frame that this 50 moving average is giving us support. So after we managed to, let me draw one more line up here, this line up here. Let me make it a little thicker. So this blue line up here, you can see this. This was a very important line, trend line, to break towards the upside. We broke it towards the upside. We had a retest on it, and this is a second retest on that line, and right now we are going towards the upside. So this is super bullish towards the upside. Let's see up here. You can see here on the 4 hourly time frame we are also breaking these levels up here. So everything right now says that we are bullish, and there is no divergence. I checked this time, I actually checked, there is no divergence up here happening up here. The price is going towards the upside, the other side is going towards the upside. 4 hourly, definitely no divergence or anything like that. So it does look very bullish. So the way I see this chart, we broke the trend down here. This is a 4-hourly trend. We broke this 4-hourly trend, we managed to get above it. We had a 1-2 retest on the support line, managed to do that, bounced off of the support line right now above all of the resistances up here right now, above it, above that, without any divergence or anything like that. So this looks extremely bullish. Even on the 1-hour short-term time frames, you can see that this move came back above this triangle up here towards the upside, and this is only a matter of time before this continues towards the upside. So to me, this looks extremely bullish. Now let's go to the daily time frame, clean up everything up here and see what's happening on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we are bullish, but not quite yet, so you can see this yellow line, that's the 50 moving average, 50 moving average acting at about resistance and support down here. Broke that on the downside. Right now we are trying to climb the moving average. This is the big stuff that's happening up here, and this is the most exciting thing that's happening. So if you remember down here when we capitulated a little bit, the war in Ukraine starting and stuff like that, we went down. I remember seeing altcoins being down minus 10, minus 15% on the downside, and suddenly I posted on Twitter, guys, be emotional. Down here I posted on Twitter, I said, keep your emotions in check, guys. Do not panic. Do not, do not read the father this and that. Relax. Go out, make a dinner. Take the dog for a walk. There's a tweet about that. Why? Because I know when when stuff starts falling down, you get some kind of overextended territory, and people start panicking, right? So I was trying to tell people, relax. Right now, if you want to panic, you panic up here when it starts going down. You don't panic when you are already at some kind of bottom, right? So this week out down here, you can see this bottom created down here 2 times. Very, very nice. This capitulation week on the downside. Right now we are climbing the moving averages. So on the daily time frame, we are above this 10 moving average. You can see here a 10 moving average. We managed to stay above that. Right now we're still holding above that, but big moves are gonna come above this 20 and 50 moving average down here, up here, right above us. So this 50 moving average, I think is especially important. That's a 40,300, and this 20 moving average right now, it's around 40,800. So if you can get somehow to around 41,000 above these levels, 40,800 or something like that, if you can get above all of these two, that's when the bullishness is gonna kick in big time. And I'm not saying just a little bit, I'm saying big time. The bullishness is gonna kick in. But getting above the 50 moving average, that's the win in itself, right? The fact that we are managing to get above this 10 moving average is a good move on the big time frames, and I'm expecting this to go at least up to some kind of 40.3 up here, maybe 40.8 before we start seeing any kind of rejection, if the rejection is gonna come. But the best case scenario, we break this towards the upside. Whether we're gonna actually manage to break towards the upside or not, it's not quite clear. But the small time frames right now telling us we'll at least try these levels up here at 40.3 and 40.8 to hit these levels, because we are breaking everything down here. All of the resistance are being broken. It is bullish, it is going towards the upside, so it does look nice and dandy. Now to end the video with the weekly time frame up here, I'm going to show you what I see on the weekly time frame. Let's clean up everything up here and just look at the moving averages and the move towards downside. Yesterday we had a live stream. I explained to people on the live stream that the downtrend line, although a lot of people are drawing it like this, even we have been drawing it like this, especially if you look at it on a daily time frame, something like that, it looks like we broke it 2 times, and technically we did on the daily time frame. Unfortunately, on the weekly time frame, a lot more important time frame, we are not out of them yet, because I like to draw it something like this up here, and it is very close, very close. So you can see this 10 moving average is in confluence with the line, and I like that. And I think the 10 moving average, once we can manage to get above the 10 moving average, I think that's gonna be a big move towards the upside, and big bullish momentum is gonna kick in. That's around 42,000 levels up here. So if you can get above 42,000 levels, make some kind of higher high up here towards the upside, that's gonna look good. This doesn't look like it's gonna close above the 10 moving average right now, unfortunately. So we gotta like one or 2 more weeks left before we manage to cross above over here. I'm not saying this is not gonna drop down on the bigger time frames right now, because technically we are still on a downtrend on the weekly time frame, and it's not very eventful weekly time frame close, unfortunately, but it does look good with these big wicks on the downside. And if we can get next week a big move towards the upside, we just might get above this downtrend, and getting above downtrend is so hugely important, especially especially on the weekly time frame, that if you do that, you know, investors will come back in. Investors will come back in. Anyways, guys, I think it looks bullish. I think it looks good. Small time frames looks very nice and juicy. Bigger time frames need a little bit more, you know, work on that. But overall, it is a good day for Bitcoin right now. Might be good week, might be next week, might be also a good week for Bitcoin. So we're gonna keep on following and seeing what's happening, right? Hit the like button on the way out. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye bye.